Hi guys, it's geometry time. These are pages 5 and 6 of your review test for Unit 6, and we're going to go through them. Let's start on number 9. Steve makes a banner with an area of 8 square feet. On the grid, we're going to draw all possible rectangles that have an area of 8 square feet and sides whose lengths are whole feet. Label the lengths of 2 adjacent sides of each rectangle and label each rectangle with its perimeter. So let's go through this. There are a couple things that we want to break apart. First, we know this banner has an area, that's the inside, that will be 8 square feet. It's nice, this grid, because these are 1 square foot each, right? So we have to make sure that the area, the inside, counts to 8 total. We're going to draw a couple different possibilities to make our 8 square feet. So let's try that. One way that I might do this is I might simply draw 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 that way. Sorry for the bumpies. But if I just do one rectangle that's long with 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this is a 1 by 8. So that means my area is 8. Now I've labeled it. Let's see if I can think of another way to make 8. Remember area, there's that fancy equation. It keeps coming up. Area equals length times width. Think for a second what 2 factors you can multiply when you're making a rectangle. A what by what? This is a 1 by 8 or an 8 by 1 rectangle. There's another way that we can make an area of 8 also. I'm going to start making it. I bet some of you have already thought of it. Let's count our square feet. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 4 by 2 or a 2 by 4. If I'm using my fancy equation, length times width, that would be 4 times 2, 2 times 4, and we know that will equal 8. That's what I'm trying to find. So that would be a couple different ways to show rectangles whose area are 8 square feet. All right. Go ahead and look at the next part by yourself. Compare the perimeters of the banners. Remember, perimeter is outside. So I'm going to finish filling this in. This side would measure 8. That side would measure 1. I'm going to let you fill those in for the other sides. And I'm going to let you guys write down what you notice about those 2 different perimeters. Now I'm not looking at the inside, I'm looking at the outside. That means I have to add all 4 sides. So if I do the perimeter for this rectangle, 4 and 4 is 8, 2 and 2 is 4, so 8 plus 4 is 12. If I do the perimeter for this rectangle, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 1 and 2, 16 and 2 is 18. Go ahead and fill in what you think. I'm going to leave that one up to you guys. I'm going to move on to number 10. Zach uses 64 inches of wood to build a rectangular picture frame. The length of one side is 25 inches. What is the length of the other side? What do you need to find to solve the problem? Choose the word that completes the sentence. Okay, well, I'm going to draw this out actually. I know I've got a total here. He uses 64 inches of wood to build a rectangular picture frame. I'm also going to use this space over here to draw it. There's my rectangular picture frame. I know that the length of one side is 25. if this side measures 25, then this side is also going to measure 25. Think about what you're going to do. I know that he used 64 inches of wood in all to build this picture frame. That means I have to add 4 sides together to get to 64. I'm going to add 25 and 25. That reminds me of money. This is a multi-step problem, isn't it? 5 and 5 is 10. I made a new group. 2 and 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So far, I have 50 inches. But remember, Zach used 64 inches, so I have to see what's left. Let's take his total, 64, and let's subtract 50 from it to see what's left. 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 5 is 1. Okay, this part might seem a little tricky, but there are 14 inches left, and I have 2 sides. That means I have to split this 14 into 2 because each of them needs to be put on a side. So if I'm doing math, I could do 14 divided by 2, or if I know my doubles facts, I might just know that 7 plus 7 makes 14. That means that side is 7 and that side is 7. So it actually equals 7. I needed to find the, what do you need to find? Did we find the perimeter so that we could solve that? Actually, my mistake. We actually found the side's length, didn't we? And we figured out that it was 7 inches. I hope that makes sense. That was kind of a big problem, wasn't it? All right, you guys, I think you'll enjoy this one. Haley's patio is 9 feet long. If the area of the patio is 90 square feet, how wide is it? I love this. So we're going to think about what we know. We know that it's 9 feet long. And we also know the total. We know that the area is 90 square feet. So let's think back to our equation. Area equals length times width. Let's plug some stuff in. I know the area. It's 90 square feet. And I know that the length is 9 feet long. I'm looking for the width. What times 9 makes 90? Or 90 divided by 9 is what? I bet you guys figured this out. The width would be 10 feet. They've already labeled it for you. Because 9 times 10 equals 90. So I had to find the W. All right, you guys. I'm going to flip this over while you flip yours. And the back side for our last review page, it's pretty fun. Pretty simple too. We're going to be matching these shapes and areas to the total square unit. So there are 3 here. Tells me to draw a line from the figure to the area. Remember, area is the inside. See how area is on the inside? I just have to count the squares. I'm going to do that. I'm going to count for the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This first shape is 15 square units. There it is. I'm drawing a line. I'm going to let you complete the other 2 on your own. Remember, area is counting the inside squares. I'm going to move down to 13. We're going to finish this page off. Ricky cuts 2 decagons out of cardboard. Then he glues yarn around the edges. How much yarn does Ricky use if each edge of the decagon is 8 centimeters? I'll let you kind of look at that. I'm going to be underlining some key information. All right. The first thing I underlined was deca. Deca is a prefix that means 10. So a decagon is a 10-sided shape. So he's got a 10-sided shape. He's gluing his yarn around all the edges, and we're trying to find a total. How much yarn does he use? And we also know that each edge is 8 centimeters, okay? So that means I can do a couple different things. I know that it's a 10-sided shape times 8 centimeters for each side, and I can get my total. 10 times 8 would be 80. I could also do repeated addition if I really wanted to, but I think you guys are pretty good with your multiplications of 10. But I could take 8 and I could add it up 10 times. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. That would be my 8 times 5, right? That would be 40. Then I could do it again. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. And then I could add 40 and 40, and that would get me to 80 as well. So 80 centimeters. Okay, the last one. We're going to select all the figures that are quadrilaterals. We started with a problem like this, didn't we, on the first day? Quad. I hope by now you know quad means 4. So we need to select all the 4-sided shapes. Let's go do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4. And another quadrilateral. There are 3 quadrilaterals for you to select. All right, you guys, you made it through your review test. We will not be doing another test. We usually do a practice together and then we take the unit test on our own. We are not going to be doing that. I hope you've had a chance to be practicing on Splash Math. I assigned some geometry problems and skills for you. And next week, we're going to be starting fractions. So our last unit of math for 3rd grade, and then we'll be doing some more review. All right, you guys, let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.